Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Middle Earth, and Miss Medrielle has a couple of quests to deal with. First off, we're going to go up and talk to some people in the Wailing Hills. Gotta love the name of that. And we'll see what they need. That is a lovely day, isn't it? Great River is a pretty place. Probably one of the more natural looking places. And oh look, it's raining. Because of course it is. So we have to go back around this way. And I believe we're going up to where we met Horn earlier. Nice view. The Cuthstan. Hold on, we gotta look at this. Alright, those are some big statues. I guess that it isn't only the dwarves that like to make gigantic statues of themselves, is it? Alright, so who are we talking to up here? Ah, you. Hello.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Welcome to the Cuthstan, friend. I am Lanbert, the sergeant of the camp. My men have been guarding the statue from further harm after we discovered that a band of mountain orcs appeared to be responsible for the damage. You're welcome to stay and help us, so long as you do not put anyone in needless danger. Alright.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
How does one lead a company of soldiers when he cannot keep them armed? We have not enough arms to go around, yet still my requests to stand guard for new supplies are denied. I fear we must take the matter upon ourselves. My scouts report that many of the orcs in this region are carrying blades which would be suitable for our use. I would ask you to collect swords from the fallen orcs and return them to me here. Ensuring we are well equipped is of the utmost importance. Well, Stangard does have its own problems.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
I assure you the wretched orcs responsible for damaging our Cuthstan pose no further threat. They seem wholly disorganized. We are simply here to protect the statue, and that is what we will do. Their intrusion onto our lands from their caves in the mountains, however, has become quite bothersome. I wager that if you were to thin their numbers a bit, they would feel threatened enough to retreat back into their holes. So kill some orcs, gather their weapons. Anybody else have anything? It does not look like it. Oh, wait, I spoke too soon.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Welcome to our camp. I understand that Lanbert has explained our situation to you. Dealing with these encroaching orcs is frightening. Many years it has been since they wandered openly outside of their coves. During our last patrol, we encountered a small party of orcs waiting in ambush just southwest of the road. We managed to wound a few of them and escape. But in the skirmish, I dropped a small trinket. It may not be worth much silver, but it has personal value and I miss it dearly. I have Orders not to leave camp. Would you be willing to search for it on my behalf? It would mean a great deal to me. So you lost something and you'd like me to retrieve it. Anyone else? Yes, no, maybe. I'm going to assume that's all of them at this point. Alright. I'm assuming that if we follow the missing trinket, we will find the orcs we want to kill. How far away is this? Not very far at all. Oh, and yes, they extended the anniversary festival again. It now ends on June 1st, giving people another couple of days to get what they want. New deed, Spider Slayer. Woohoo! Collected weapons. Well, we might as well keep killing orcs here. We woke that one up from his sleep. That's funny. Just camp's pretty basic here. Alright, we've done everything except find this man's, trinket. Oh, and we even finished a deed. We finished Orc Slayer. Lost trinket. And there it is, we found the trinket. Okay, you know what? We're going to get on a horse this time. And we'll head back up to their camp. Which is now easy to find because all we have to do is look for the big giant statues. Alright, we'll start with you.
Our mission is dire.
Oh, you have found it! Aye, this is it. Thank you, Medrielle. As soldiers, we are allowed very few personal comforts while on duty, making the loss of my keepsake even more difficult to endure. Having it in my possession once again has already raised my spirits. Well, I'm glad it helped. There you are.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Ah, yes, these are suitable blades. Strong and well made are the weapons you have brought before me. Are you certain these came from these miserable savages? Well, no matter. You have both weakened the orcs and strengthened our camp in a single bold act, and I am in your debt. I'm going to just grab the silver tokens.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Good are the deeds that you have done for us, Medrielle. The orcs responsible for the desecration of our monument must regret their actions on this day. Surely that worthless lot will soon retreat back into the mountains from whence they came. Our camp will remain vigilant here, and until we receive new orders from Stangard, but I believe your work here is done. Before departing, please speak with the other men and assure them that their concerns about the orcs have been dealt with. Oh, and
The Horse Lords.
that one, which is just thank you for killing a bunch of orcs. Alright, let's talk to the men.
What brings you to these lands?
You plan on leaving so soon. It feels as if you have only just arrived. Your strength will be sorely missed, but we have managed to carry on when others have left before. This reminds me, has Lanbert mentioned my old friend Oda? He was a member of our company until he and Lanbert had some disagreement. Soon after, Oda departed on his own. We always laughed at him when he said that Lanbert was underestimating the orcs, but perhaps he was right after all. There's somebody missing.
What brings you to these lands?
That Lanbert believes the threat has passed. I do not wish to speak ill of my sergeant, but he seems to be ignorant of the potential dangers. Guards and scouts have gone missing during patrols, and not once has Lanbert sent out a search party. He believes them to be deserters, or he devises other excuses in the hopes that they will eventually return on their own. Never is it considered to be the work of the orc. Perhaps there are men still out there waiting for a rescue party that will never arrive. What if the next one to be taken is me? I find it difficult to be at ease. But we may not be so done after all.
Our mission is dire.
Hail, Medrielle. Thank you for assisting us as you have. The weapons which the orcs carry, are they not suspicious? Many are the orcs I have encountered, yet only as of late have I seen blades of such craft. Sharper and sturdier are these blades. From whence could such steel have come? I must admit that my worries have only grown stronger with the new discovery. Yeah, there's something a little off here. Alright, Lanbert.
What brings you to these lands?
My men seem more tense now than ever. They are acting as nervous and queer as the old folk Oda. You have heard of Oda, yes? He packed his gear and left us a few days ago. He mentioned going to observe the road in the south, claiming that someone needs to keep closer watch on the orcs. It's all rubbish if you ask me. Why don't you speak with him yourself? You should be able to find him to the south. The man is a stubborn ox, but I hope you find him still in one piece. And you're not a stubborn old goat yourself, right? Seems like they're both pretty stubborn. Now, which way are we going for this? Supposedly pretty close. Maybe. Oh, yeah, nice view of Stangard from here. Whee! Pat. Bunny hop down the side. Is this Oda? It is. Hello.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
A pleasure to meet you, Medrielle. I take it you have already heard about me. I truly am sorry about leaving Lambert's camp, but I refuse to let these orcs carry out their plans unwatched. I observed some of your bold deeds earlier, and think you may be able to help me. There is much about these orcs that you do not know yet. Alright. Hold on.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
I've been watching the comings and goings of these orcs for some time now. They broke off from a larger group dwelling in the Misty Mountains, and they now call themselves the Nink-hai. The Nink-hai have a few chieftains, which seems to give orders to the rest of the tribe. I must remain here to watch the path east to Stangard, but if you were able to deal with some of these chieftains, it should utterly disrupt the plans of the Nink-hai. So we need to defeat 3 Nink-hai chieftains.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
These orcs, these Nink-hai, there is more to them than meets the eye. You saw their swords yourself. Tell me, were they typical orc swords? Nay, I believe these weapons and supplies are being transported here from afar, through hidden passages under the Misty Mountains. They have gathered great caches of tools and food in order to fortify themselves away from their caves. Their resources must be destroyed if we ever hope to drive them back. Take this torch and set fire to their supply store, then return to me once the deed is done. So, kill some chieftains and destroy their supplies. I think we can manage that. Who are you?
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you
Oh,
join us?
how good it is to see you, stranger. Was it my sergeant who sent you? For now, it matters not. You must free me. Hurry, before more of them arrive. I must hurry back to the camp. Seek me out there. I wish to properly thank you. You know, now I think about it, this guy is a little too laissez-faire about the dangers of the orcs. And I don't think he's on their side or anything, but I think he's very green for a sergeant and very underestimating of what these orcs are capable of. Because he's never had to deal with them before. Well, there's one chieftain. There's 2 chieftains. There's 3 chieftains. And here's a cache of supplies, which we have burned. Before we go, make sure there aren't any other men trapped here. Feel like I should be able to pick that up. And why do I get the feeling I should remember that for whatever the next quest might be? Yeah, it's a pretty basic looking camp, but now I get the feeling that it's just the advanced force. And Oda here is probably the only one that got the rights of things.
What brings you to these lands?
Good, your actions have surely sown confusion among the Nink-hai. The orc warriors will be lost without the orders handed down from their chieftains.
Our mission is dire.
Without their supplies, we may yet be able to drive them back to the mountain holes from whence they came. Thank you again, Medrielle.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I have discovered something most disturbing. The source of the Nink-hai supplies, and may be none other than Saruman the White. I caught sight of the emissary of Isengard and Uruk, conversing with the Nink-hai. No small coincidence, is it, that we discover the presence of this white hand Uruk-hai when a hand from the Cuthstan has gone missing. There is no doubt he is influencing their actions of the art. This must come to an end now, before further plots are set against us. Search the Nink-hai encampment for evidence as to the location of the Uruk-hai. Find him and take him alive. We must bring him before Sithric for questioning. Gee, go figure. What you want to bet? That's exactly what I was looking at earlier. Hello, goat. Yeah, with all these steel tokens she's been getting, maybe she should get herself a little something before the festival ends. And scribbled note. The note reveals that the emissary may be found to the east along the river. Along the river. Along the river, huh? How far away is that? Not super far away, but... well... that way. Alright. Can thread this needle. Can. Ah, just a backpack. Okay. And he's got his own separate camp and everything. Found me, have you? Well, aren't you clever? Too bad all your effort will go to nothing. This ends now. I submit. Go ahead, finish me. You have beat Captain. He had himself a nice little get-up here. This coiled rope seems strong enough to safely bind the hands of the... okay. The strong rope on the ground would work well to bind the orc's hands. You may constrain him and take him safely before the leaders of Stangard for them to evaluate the situation. Using the coil of strong rope, you're able to safely secure Dorgan. The beaten orc may be brought before the leaders of Stangard, Sithric and Stanric, for them to determine what should be done next. Oh boy.
Taken the Uruk-hai Vandal to Stangard, where Gada has brought him before Stanric and Sithric to await judgment. What brings you to these lands?
You have done well to capture the uruk and to expose this betrayal that besets us. I wish to say and hear House Stanric's judgment, but I must depart with haste. I have been granted leave of my company and will join another band of men in the Wailing Hills. Perhaps my eagerness for action will not be considered such a burden as it was at the Cuthstan. Okay, that's Ada.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
It is good to see you, Medrielle. I must commend you for subduing the one responsible for damage to the Cuthstan and for bringing him before us. The exposure of this white-hand Nink-hai is most shocking indeed. I shudder to think that Saruman may now be our enemy and is enlisting orcs from the Misty Mountains to his cause. Our troubles already seem numerous, and now it seems that even our allies have become our enemies. This orc filth must be locked away so as to prevent him from causing further harm. Are we in agreement, Sithric?
What brings you to these lands?
What foolishness is this? You would have me believe that the White Hand himself is now our enemy. You think me an utter fool? This is nothing more than the Uruk-hai's cunning ploy. This mongrel would love nothing more than for us to consider Saruman, one of our greatest allies, as a traitor. Oh, how they would laugh as we turn friend to foe. They hope for us to attack each other, only to be beaten by their unseen allies, and ill can see throughs. This is precisely why you need me, Stangard, to see through trickery such as this. Gotta take this creature from my sight. Send him back to whichever dark hole he crawled from. Orc, listen to me now. Take this message back to your tribe. Stangard is strong and is wise. We will not succumb to sword nor scheme. Your efforts are for naught. For the last time, Medrielle, you will not meddle in events that are no concern to you. I'm more than capable of seeing to the affairs of Stangard. You are an idiot.
Our mission
This is madness. Where's the justice in letting our enemies just walk away freely? This Uruk-hai has seen the layout of our city, our lack of supplies, and the conflicts in our leadership. We only show further weakness by letting him go. For Stanric's sake, I will do as you command, Sithric, but I could not disagree more with this decision. I will deal with escorting the Uruk out of Stangard. You should leave the hall before irritating Sithric further. Yeah, Sithric is an absolute moron.
Our mission is dire.
While Sithric places no value on your deeds, your efforts have not gone unappreciated. Although this is not the result Gada had sought, for your part, there was nothing more that we could have asked of you. Gada has been asked to remain silent on the matter, so I will thank you on his behalf.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Early in the hour in which you return to Stangard, I welcome your presence here, as does Gada, but there are further matters which need attention in the Wailing Hills. North of the Cuthstan, along the road to the west, lies a small camp of raiders led by a man named Cuthstan. Their position in the shadow of the stone allows them to keep watch over the western roads out of Stangard, while remaining secluded from the eyes of hill orcs. On occasion, Cuthstan sends a patrol to Stangard with reports of any enemy activity in the west. A message was expected days ago, yet still we have received no word. After your most recent discovery, I take this as cause for concern. Head west out of Stangard and take the road north at the fork. Seek out Cuthstan in his camp and discover the cause for the absence of tidings. So, I kind of got the feeling we weren't quite done in Stangard yet. And Sithric is still an absolute moron. Now, before we do anything, we need to go back to Cuthstan and receive the thanks from the one gentleman we rescued. And I apologize if I sound a bit scratchy. I do seem to have a frog in my throat today. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, we can see We know exactly where we're heading now because that statue is little hard to miss. I think we just took the long way around. We did. Oh well. He let the Nink-hai go. I wouldn't have. Whether you think it's a ruse or not, that Nink-hai is still an enemy and still capable of killing many men.
What brings you to these lands?
Good fortune has graced me this day. I expected never to be free of those so-called Nink-hai. However, there is a thought that gnaws at me deeply. The others had told me that Lanbert had not sent you to search me out, nor had any other. Did he not become alarmed when I failed to return from scouting duty? Bolder do the orcs become with each passing day, and still he considers them not a threat. Perhaps Odo is right. Nay, forget my words. It is not our concern. I am truly grateful for being rescued. My thanks to you, Marcelin. Yeah, he's an idiot. There are definitely a couple of idiots in this region. Sithric being one of them. The leader of this small camp being another, which makes me wonder if he doesn't take his orders from Sithric. But that actually might be it here for now. So our next stop is the Rohan camp along the northern base of the Cuthstan, which is that camp. We've been there before. And we will go there again next time. Until then, bye for now.